Hello. So here we go with our UX reality thing, right? So here we're going to explore what is inside the UX reality platform. Just to remember, this is another platform from CoolTool, and this one serves for testing the digital content on mobile devices and on desktops. I refer to live web pages, applications, and prototypes in formats of Sketch, Figma, and InVision. And all these things you could test from the desktops and from the mobiles. Okay, so here we go with the exploration of the UX reality platform. So just to remind that this platform is open for public, so you could create your account using the sign up part, right? And if you already have an account, you could do signing up. You will have the basic access to all the features of the platform with the opportunity to collect, if I'm not mistaken, 10 interviews for your project. Okay, so let's explore what is inside. I'm going into my account at the UX Reality, and I have a lot of projects over there. You, by default, will have a demo project with a pretty interesting flow of the project's methodology, pre-recollected data with the dashboard, interactive dashboard with different metrics, like general metrics, the metrics based on the biometrics data over the participants, the opportunity to replay each and every interview. So you could explore that part as well. This project will have a name in your account, like a demo. Okay, so let's have a look on how we create experiments inside of the UX Reality platform. So I will create new project, and the first the platform asks me, okay, what are you going to test? Application, website, or the prototype? So I will select the website since I'm on my desktop right now and sharing my screen, right? And project setup. The platform asks me, you want to evaluate your website with the users of Android smartphones, so you want to evaluate your web page from the smartphone. You want to do it with the desktop users, right? Or the users of the iOS. Say it says coming soon, the iOS version. It is supposed to be ready in the early March. We will be keeping you posted, of course. Okay. And so let's proceed with the desktop version. Next, the platform asks me, okay, Lana, you want to use the UX reality methodology, which is a preset, it has a preset flow of the project with one task to complete. It has a number of extra questions of the post-test questions. The total length of interview is around 15 minutes, and you could basically use this methodology. What happens with the own methodology in case if you want to run something different, something yours, so you could select from this part of the menu own methodology. Okay, so you press here, and first of all, give a name to your project name and describe the project to make it unique, the platform says. Okay, so basically I give a name, test Lana UX reality, whatever, desktop, no, desktop. So description, so here you put your description, whatever. And here a quick note about the languages. So inside the platform, the UX reality platform is always in English, okay? But in case your participants need to see the information in any other language, they could. So you select the language you want to run your test, your project. So you select it from the drop down menu. Okay, boom, ready. Then we put create project. So next, insert a web link for testing and describe a task for testers. So here we give a link to what we want to test. It could be a general link to whatever, or it could be a link to, I don't know, to a specific section of the website. Okay, so I just copy and paste it to here. Task description. By the way, that could be even a Google page if you wanna, for example, if within your experiment you wanna observe the way people navigate. Okay. Give me a quick second. Okay, so here we go. Website link we want to test, task description. So this is what your users need to do or to complete or to achieve when they're testing, when they are running the test. Okay. So for example, in our case, when I took the web page of Amazon, so in our case, it would be, for instance, okay, find the best offer for Samsung Galaxy S21, okay, for example. And the next thing is to give a time limitation. So the platform says they could do these testing for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. And there are a number of reasons behind that limitation. Number one is that we need people to be as concentrated as possible. After 3 minutes, they start to move the device, they start to receive messages and to be distracted. Okay, so in the meantime, they are doing the task. We are recording their biometrics data, right? So we don't want to lose anything. So from there, we need them as concentrated as possible. Reason number two behind that is that, for example, if a tester or a participant of the study gets his exercise on the mobile device and uses his the phone data for the internet, so at times they're like, after the task completion, the information needs to be uploaded to the cloud. And if this process takes a lot of time, the users could get desperate and close the window, and we could lose some data from there as well. So to prevent this, to avoid this part, the 1, 2, or 3 minute exercises are perfect from all points of view. But nevertheless, if you need your users to do more time for the task, so you let us know and we enlarge these time limits. Okay, let's go. Finish. Here we are in the setup project with the settings we already did. So we have our test information about our tests. We have the default question where it says how difficult was it to complete the task. And we have opportunity to create more questions here. So we could add instructions, we could do single answer, drop down, single answer, multiple answers, open-ended questions, smile rating to complement your flow for the after task section. Once you are done with complementing your flow, you move to the next step of invite testers. Okay, you have 3 pillars over here. Custom solution, you have with paid testers, and here you connect with the Dynata and Synth panels for the global coverage. And in case if you work with the local online panels with your providers or with organic traffic or with database of the users, pre-select own testers. Okay, here you select the sample size. Okay, so I will put 10 for our experiment. And it says, please note that your users need the UX Reality extension for Chrome browser to participate on this study. Okay, when we press the start button, the platform generates a unique link that you send to your users once you want to invite them to participate in the study. Here is the part of setting up links and backlinks for the panels you're working with. And let's proceed from the users part, from the participants part. I'm just copying the link that platform has just generated. I go to this link and I have the default screen, the welcome part of the project, right? I put next. It says, let's start. And the part where it says, where it sent me to the full mode screen. Okay. And next stop is the video instructions of how to proceed with the testing.
Hi. Before starting the test, please make sure you are in a comfortable position and can hold the device still. Please don't move or walk during the calibration and testing. Ensure your face will be illuminated well at the front. Avoid backlight and intense light from the side. To achieve a high quality of data, you should be alone in the frame. Please try not to get distracted. Refrain from moving or speaking. If you wear glasses, please ensure there is no noticeable glare on them. It will be better to take the glasses off. Please do not cover your face during the calibration and testing. Otherwise, the data could be inaccurate and you will have to do the test again. Please make sure the sound is turned on if you are testing a video or use headphones for better effect. That's it. Let's go.
Okay, so what is important here that once the project is in any other language, so it will appear the subtitles in the correspondent language so that your users will understand perfectly the instructions. Okay, next thing is to put properly the face of the user to the picture until the green frame appears. Looks like I'm fine with that. And I click that I confirm that I sit comfortably, my computer stands on the table, Ready, continue. Now the part of the calibration. So I will be watching the red dot moving on the screen. In the meantime, the AI algorithms of the UX reality will be catching my gaze, the movement of my face, and well, so that to replicate and get accurate my biometrics data. Okay, so your task, find the best offer for a Samsung Galaxy S21. Perfect, I got it. And here is the quick menu of the hints that we are going to have during our task. A red circle serves for stop doing the task or complete, finalize the task once we think we did it. We have the counter, which shows how much time you have to complete the task, and I for the information once we forget what was our task, because at times the tasks are complicated, so we could click on I and to reread our task. So let's go. Okay, so here is the link that we sent. Samsung Galaxy, right? Let's look for it. Samsung Galaxy S21. Bam. So here is the offer. Bam, bam, bam. Please do not. These costs, they are in Mexican pesos, so they're not US dollars. Well, okay. 20K for 2000. Okay, the difference is in the gigabytes and 15 for 5 gigabytes. No, I guess this is the one. Okay, let's check it. So 20K. Okay. Well, let's check something else. Okay, so I mean, I was stopped automatically by the platform because the time was over. The circles that you just seen, it was when the data was uploaded to the cloud. How difficult was to complete the task? Well, it wasn't difficult really. And that's it. So from the user's part, that's basically it. From the organizational or researcher part or UX designer part, you come back to the platform and immediately you could see that one response is finished and you see appear the analyze results part. Okay, let's have a look over there. Here you have the part of the overall analytics that comes once at least you have 10 responses collected. Okay, here is the example of the overall analytics of the another real project. And this is like the reduced part of the overall analytics. The reduced part you have once you use your own methodology. And if you select, if you remember, we selected own methodology instead of selecting the UX reality methodology. Because you have the UX reality methodology, you have a much bigger menu of the indicators, metrics, and KPIs. And in case of your own methodology, you have the reduced version where it has the quantitative indicators, number of total testers, average time duration of the task completion, the average clicks per task, completion rate. successful unsuccessful users, users who did this with difficulties, successful users, and you have the engagement part, which is based, this data is based on the biometrics data of the participants. So we have the visual attention percentage, we have the involvement, we have positive, negative, emotional balance, and we have the distribution of the emotions for the 8, right, basic emotions. Okay, so this is the overall analytics, and you have the part of the individual recordings. This is example of another real project. So just to explain you what you have here, you have the respondent preview, blurred preview, you have respondent ID, you have pages to give a click to see all the recordings. You have the calibration, eye tracking, emotions data, right? You could download each and every recording, and you could give a play to every recording, right? This is not our project, but let's come back maybe to, okay, this is also Amazon, so it works. So what you see over here, and the same thing you are going to see on our recording that we just did. Let's, by the way, have a look on it. Bam, bam, analyze results. Maybe we already have the data. Let's just check it. Analyze results, recordings. Right, we do have it already, but we need to wait for a little while so that we could replay it and download it. Okay, so we could work with any other recording. Let's work with any other recording that we found here. So just to explain what you have as a result part, you have different layers of the information. Number one, you have a full screen recording. Number two, you have the eye tracking data where the gaze is moving. You have the emotions data in form of the graphs, okay, smiles, names of the basically emotions, and percents of the dominating emotion, okay? You have mouse movements, clicks and scrolls, and in case if we test the application, we have as well the voice recording, okay? So this is the layers of the information available. Okay, and finally, once again, just to give a quick summary, you have, as a result, the dashboard with the metrics and KPIs. You have opportunity to download and watch each and every individual recording with the layers of the biometrics data. I mean, eye tracking, emotions measurements, screen recording, clicks, scrolls, and voiceover of the user in case of testing the applications. Okay. You could combine the UX tasks with the post-test questions. And basically, I believe the other parts of the menu, they are pretty understandable, no? The part of the payment, account, and contact us. In any case, if you do have any question, just do not hesitate to contact me back. And yeah, thank you for your time. I hope it was useful for you.